Hi there, welcome to the Ba'an Temple in Taipei. Thank you for joining me here. And we're just going to have a walk in. The sun has set here in Taipei. We're going to have a walk inside and have some thoughts and prayers for the Taiwan earthquake victims today. Very sad and tragic news here in Taiwan, in southern Taiwan. This is Taipei, this is northern Taiwan. But this tragedy happened mostly in Tainan, where 38 people have been now found, are victims, are the death toll from the earthquake. And a lady was pulled out alive earlier today. She was found under her husband's body, and her child was nearby, dead. So a very, very tragic story. There's still 100 people trapped inside there right now in these collapsed buildings, and they're still trying to pull them out. This is 2 days after the earthquake. So I ended my tour here of the temples of Taipei on Lunar New Year in one of my favorites, and this is a nice place to think about those people, and hopefully they'll be able to pull the rest of the people that are trapped in that building right now out alive. So thank you for joining me. It's John Sabo, FarEastAdvTravl. The first day of Lunar New Year in the Ba'an Temple in Taipei, Taiwan. This is one of the most historic places in Taipei, one of the most historic districts. It's called the Dalongdong district. There's a Confucius temple in this neighborhood. It has some of the oldest buildings in Taipei, and it's a very charming place to be, very friendly, wonderful people and culture here. And they are very, very proud of this temple, and it is one of the most beautiful temples in Taipei, if not in Taiwan. And you can just see by the work here, the carvings, the stone carvings of the dragons in the columns facing this main structure, where the medicine god is worshipped, the Baosheng Emperor. So many people come to this temple to pray if they're sick or they have family members that are ill. Thank you for the hearts and the monkeys. It's the year of the monkey. They say the fire monkey because fire is the element this year, so it's called the fire monkey. And this is the Ba'an Temple. It is a Taoist temple. Hello, Sydney. How are you? Give me a shout out where you are in the world. Love to say hi to you. We're all thinking about those people right now that are trapped in that building down in Tainan, Taiwan, and we're hoping that the search and rescue people can pull them out safe. So please, all your thoughts and prayers for those people right now, and hopefully we can, that we can put out some energy that will. Hopefully they'll be able to pull the rest of those people out alive. But they did find a woman today. And they found her husband's dead body was protecting her from the building, and she was able to be pulled out alive 2 days later. So that is a good story. But there's 38 dead now, and there's still 100 trapped inside this building. This one building, I think, in particular in Tainan, Taiwan, in southern Taiwan. But this is the beautiful Ba'an Temple in Taipei. And it is over 200 years old, but it has had renovations on it. It has many renovations, but the first temple, the first ground that was broke for this temple was 1805. And it's definitely the pride of this neighborhood. Hello, Hungary. You can give me a shout out where you are in the world. I've never. This temple's always the busiest on the first day of Lunar New Year. Lots of people do come to this temple, but not as many as on the first, especially the first day of Lunar New Year. And the sun has set here, but this is one temple for sure that if you come at night, it's actually sometimes even more magical because of the lighting and how the light reflects off of some of this artwork here, like these beautiful paintings that depict different stories of Taoism. And we might hear an airplane go by because it's close to the regional airport here. as well. It's in the site of the runway. And thank you for the hearts and the monkeys. That's right. It's Year of the Monkey, so if you tap the screen, you'll get some monkeys as well. And you can tap that as much as you want. And you're welcome. Thank you for joining me, and please share this broadcast. I know I saw some people do that earlier, and I really appreciate that. And you can do it so easily. Just swipe your screen left to right on iOS and tap share, or swipe up and tap share, or just tap the little figure in the right corner. That's right, hashtag Chinese New Year, and you get the monkeys. And this is the furthest courtyard in this temple complex. It's not as big as the other temples that I've been to today, and I've been to 4 temples, but I scoped from 2 others. And you can watch those replays if you want still, because it was just today. So if you're following me, you can go and watch those broadcasts. And the first one I did was from the Longshan Temple, very famous temple here in Taipei. And then I was up at the Guandu Temple just over an hour and a half ago, and then I rode the train or MRT back down to Taipei to finish off the day at the Bao'an Temple, which is one of the most beautiful. It's not the most well-known temple, but it's certainly one of the most beautiful temples here in Taipei. There's some just gorgeous temples all over Taiwan. There's 13,000 temples in Taiwan. I don't know of a parade or anything, to be honest with you. They'll have other festival things will be happening here. The Lunar, the Sky Lantern Festival in Pingxi happens in a couple of weeks, or in 10 days. They start that, and it's a beautiful festival. I'll scope from up there. And that's when they release the sky lanterns in the sky, and that's a wonderful festival. They also have lots of traditional types of things in southern Taiwan. Southern Taiwan has lots of traditional festivals, but there might be a little bit of a damper on it because of the earthquake destruction in Tainan. And Tainan's a very traditional town here in Taiwan. So because of the earthquake disaster there, I don't know what their plans are, if they're still going to go ahead with some of their celebrations. But here in Taipei, there isn't as much. To be honest with you, a lot of people leave Taipei during the holidays and they go to other parts of the island, or they go on vacation, and Taipei actually becomes quite quiet, but a lot of people come out to the temples. So, I mean, not everybody goes away, but if you walk around the streets right now of Taipei in the daytime, in the next few days, it's very, very quiet. It's unbelievably quiet. They think they have fireworks from Taipei 101. I'm not sure about that. I don't know. They have those on New Year's Eve, December 31st. They have a big firework display, but I don't know of any others. Thank you so much. Thanks for the prayers. So thoughts and prayers for those earthquake victims in Tainan. As we go through the Bao'an Temple here, there's still 100 that are trapped in the rubble that they're trying to find. And they did successfully pull out a woman. Unfortunately, her husband and child did not survive, but they managed to get her out alive today. And this is 2 days after the earthquake, and they still believe there's 100 people in there. So only a day ago, it was the death toll was at 14 or 15, and now it's up to 38. So of course it's very auspicious to pray on the first day of the Lunar New Year, so that's why these temples are so busy. And this one, of course, isn't as busy as some of the others, because it's a smaller complex, but it's still quite busy. It was about almost 30 kilometers east of the city, I believe, where the one, several buildings had collapsed, but this one main one that was 17 stories that basically became like an accordion, was outside of the city. Those blocks that you see, those are like a moon block, and they cast those, they throw those down because the way they fall will tell you. You will pray for what you want, and then the moon blocks will basically tell you if it's going to happen or not. So people drop those, and you have to. There's a bit of a ritual to go through if you want to get your answers. But that's if you saw the woman tossing. That's what she's doing. And then they have all these table offerings here. And the thing about this temple is they really go to a lot of effort to decorate. And they have these beautiful orchids here as well. Thank you for the monkeys. No, I haven't done that before. No, I haven't. I would like to try, though. I was at a Taoist temple months ago, and I got a proper explanation of the process, and I would like to try it. It would be actually a lot of fun. And this is a very traditional temple. They still have offerings. Thank you for the hearts and the monkeys. I have a gimbal, like a Steadicam that I use. And the battery's wearing down because I've been using it all day. Because I do a podcast too called FarEastAdvTravl on iTunes, and it's a video one and an audio one. And I was putting together. I'll put a podcast up on iTunes tomorrow on what I've been doing today. Sorry, no English. You mean around here? Is there any English? No, not usually in the temples. There might be for some things if they don't want you to go to a certain part of the temple, or there's like a private spot, it might say private on it, but not so sure if there's any English anywhere around here. Thank you for the hearts and the monkeys. It's the year of the monkey. And thoughts and prayers out for those victims of the earthquake disaster in Thailand. We're hoping here that they're going to pull out the rest of those people and they're going to be okay. But it's been 2 days now, so. This is a really, really pretty temple. I'm not is English. Oh, I'm sorry. Don't know what you mean. And there's just a lot of handiwork in this temple as well, like all of the paintings and the carvings that are here makes this one really special. There's lots of really beautiful temples in Taiwan, but there are not so many that there's this much work and craftsmanship in. And then, of course, the neighborhood here, the people are really, really proud of this temple. Yeah, all of these are like kind of offerings, but I mean, all of this stuff gets recycled and everything, so it doesn't get, wasted. But yeah, the flowers and the food and all of these things that are laid out here are offerings for the gods. And they have all these tables aren't normally here, but because they know, hey Italy, they know that there's going to be way more people that come out for Lunar New Year than the rest of the year, that they put out all these extra offerings because they know people are going to come out. Give me a shout out where you are. I'd love to say hi to you. I'm John. Washi John. And what is your name? Where are you from? Give me a shout out where you are. I'd love to say hi to you. I've been scoping all day, traveling all around Taipei, showing you some of the beautiful sights of the first day of Lunar New Year, and you can go back and watch those scopes from earlier today as well. That would be really cool. And follow me. I'm going to be, of course, scoping from all of the festivities here in Taiwan. There's festivals that go on for at least 2 weeks after the first day of Lunar New Year. Hello, India. How are you? Whereabouts in India are you? This is the Bao An Temple. Bangalore. Oh, very cool. I haven't been to Bangalore yet. I was just down in Kerala, and I went to Kanyakumari in the south in Tamil Nadu, and I was in Mumbai. I was in India for a month. I've been to India 3 times now, and I was just there in November and December. I was there for over a month, and as I said, I was in Mumbai and Kerala. But I would really like to see Hyderabad and Bangalore for sure. So maybe on my next trip, my next swing through, I'll do that. India's a very wonderful place to visit, very fascinating, can be kind of tiring. I did watch the sunset in Kanyakumari. Kanyakumari is the southern tip of India. It's the most southerly tip of the subcontinent, and I did see sunset from there. I went to watch sunrise. The sunrise wasn't as nice because it was cloudy and it was raining a little bit later, but Kanyakumari was absolutely just one of those places. I mean, it's so magical. The people, everybody happy. It's a pilgrimage place. So I loved Kanyakumari, and I love Kerala. The people of Kerala are wonderful, and there's some wonderful things to see in Kerala. And Mumbai is absolutely exciting city to be in. Very, very, very wonderful place as well. But would love to see Bangalore and Hyderabad. Want to see those cities for sure. Okay, so thank you for joining me. I'm going to say goodbye. Please follow me at FarEastAdvTravl.com. and check out my podcasts. I have 2 on iTunes. Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate that. So thank you so much. And Jinin Koila, Happy New Year from Taipei, Taiwan. 谢谢, bye-bye.